It's not easy being king.
Yeah, you remember that.
That's exactly what Clay said to Jax, and that is what these 4 Mayan presidents found out the hard way. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. We asked the question, who was the best non-Santo Padre Mayans president? Was it Ibarra? Was it Canche? Was it Ramos? Was it Diaz? These 4 guys all have a lot in common. They were presidents of their respective charters, and they're also all dead. They're all deceased. They've all been killed.
And they all got killed the same way, bullet to the head.
And they all got killed by fellow Mayan members.
Mental.
Which is fucking crazy. Like, you just think the fact that 4 Mayan presidents got killed by fellow Mayans. Quinn, he might not have offered much in Season 5, but when he said, you guys kill each other more than we do, that was spot on.
Yeah.
The Mayans kill more Mayans than Suns do.
No, they do. But I want to talk about this vote, and we're going to have to start in last place.
Yeah, so we asked who was the best non-Santo Padre Mayan. There was 4 options, obviously. Diaz, Ramos, Canche, Ibarra. And coming in, like you said, at last place was Oscar Ramos.
Where the fuck is Ramos? Well, he's in last place.
Where's Ramos?
He's last. Well, only 7% of the vote, which is about, what, 10? I mean, that is, he's got about 100 votes here.
He was the first to die in the series. I don't know if that paid. Although he was also in Sons of Anarchy, so I thought that would have helped him.
Yeah, only character here that was actually in Sons. You know, set up Stockton along with Alvarez.
I thought that's very low. 7% for Ramos. I expect it higher. Moving in to second last, or as you could call it, third place, we've got Canche with 15% of the vote. I'm a little bit surprised again here. I thought Canche should have got more than 15% of the vote.
My personal best. He's the best president.
Yeah, he's my favourite out of these 4. I thought Canche.
A real leader.
Yeah, I thought he was probably the best character, and I also thought he was the best. I think he was the best leader out of these 4 by far.
And he put personal beef with Easy aside to actually forward the Mayan organisation after the war.
Yeah, so
sadly that actually cost his life, but.
That's what happens when you try and do the right thing. Diaz coming in at second place with 16% of the vote. Pretty low considering he is first to him.
I like Diaz, right, but he didn't leave a good first impression when he was sitting there smoking meth.
No, he definitely didn't.
Like, I feel like that was.
And he looked like he belonged in the Suns.
No, but
more than Mayans.
Those racist son of a booty. Hold on, mate, you're white.
you're white as it can get. Hey, you're whiter than us, buddy. I mean, I don't understand what Diaz was going here, but yeah, no, this guy wouldn't. You could cast him to play the first 9.
Aye,
he could have easily been a member. He could have easily been a member of Sam Bell.
You killed a member of Sam Crow. That's why he was so pissed off.
You killed one of mine. So yeah, Diaz comes in. I just don't think he really got enough screen time.
No.
Lack of character development. I would have liked to have seen more of Diaz. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. And coming in at first place was Ibarra with 61% of the vote. Now, he did probably have the best facial hair out of the 4.
He was a former UFC referee.
But for me, I'm not too sure Ibarra was the best. I'm shocked that he got 61% of the vote, way more than the other 3 combined. That's crazy. So you combine the other 3 and he still beats them easily. And I have my own theory as to why Ibarra got the most votes. I personally don't think he was that good of a character or a president. I mean, he did act a bit like a little bitch, to be honest, the way he got behind Bishop and bummed Bishop to the top of the King Mayan booster seat. But for me, I think a lot of people just like Ibarra because he sided with Santo Padre. He aligned himself with Santo Padre. Therefore, he was an protagonist in the show rather than an antagonist. And I think people tend to let that stuff sway their votes. So
more often than not, he did come across like a bitch. Like, he was always in situations where he was getting his cut hoovered off him, or like Canche and Ramos were taking care of his wee drug shipment, and then he always came crawling back to Santa Padre.
But that's the only reason why I could think he's got the most votes here by a country mile, because he sided with Santo Padre, and the other Mayans were against Santo Padre.
Yeah, because as a character, for me, he's the worst out of the 4.
I think so as well. I think from a character standpoint, not only do I think he was the worst character, I also think he was the worst president.
Yeah. And he's
Now,
won.
I'm not too sure about Diaz, but I think Ramos and Kanchi are way better presidents than Ibarra.
Yep.
They were kings for a reason. There's a reason why Ibarra wasn't a king.
He wasn't
and
even a prince.
And these two were. I thought Ramos and Kanchi were good presidents, good kings, and I think they got cheated by
No, I
Santo
agree.
Pardi.
I agree. And I mean, Ibarra's walking in here with about 1,100 votes.
Crazy. Now, if it was me, my order would be from first to last. I would have went Kanchi, Ramos, Diaz, Ibarra.
I agree with that.
That would be my order.
I agree with that, absolutely. And, like, Diaz could be higher, but it's just that first impression. How many dead Mayans you're going to be happy with? And as he's snorting crystal meth.
I didn't see enough for Diaz to put him above Ramos.
Yeah.
Not for me.
But we have to go into your comments.
Plus, I think Ramos, you also look at the meeting when they met on the bridge. Ramos was kind of the one trying to keep peace. He was trying to hold the Mayans together. So
Bishop wasn't having it.
No, and Kanchi was kind of willing to go. I think Ramos should have just let Kanchi kick his ass on the bridge.
You want to go, Hermano?
Throw him off the fucking bridge. Anyway, let's get into your comments. You guys voted for Ibarra. Let's see if we can find out why. Let's see if we can track down the son of a bitches here that voted for Ibarra. Bridget Connor said Ibarra had a cool name, but we didn't really see him all that much, and I can't get past the fact he's a UFC referee, so it's difficult to see him as someone else. Diaz was okay, I guess, but he smokes meth, which I thought drugs were a no-no when in the MC, so that dynamic remains a mystery to me. Mind you, Isaac blackmails Coco with the photo of him using heroin as leverage, and Diaz just smokes meth openly.
I remember someone, right, said that there's a difference between injecting and smoking, and to me, that's a load of shite.
Drugs are drugs, aren't they, at the end of the day? Like,
I mean, come on.
Now, it's Diaz because he's a president. He got special privileges here. President privilege.
It's just, no, but it's the same shit.
Yeah, I know. Like, plus with meth, can't you consume it in different ways though?
Yeah, like you can smoke meth, you can snort meth. I'm pretty sure.
Is the only way you can take heroin injecting it?
I'm pretty sure you can sniff heroin.
I don't know.
Heroin most of the time is melted down, but I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, any drug's pretty much sniffable. Like.
I'm drug free, brother, so I can't really comment on any of that. But yeah, I did think it was a bit strange that, although again, the Mayan culture, I think they've got like the very calm. They've got like a relaxed law when it comes to all the importance.
Moving into the next thing, I've completely forgot about this. Ramos got called out for Charlie Borowski for molesting an underage woman, and since that scene, he's basically just been a creepy, dirty Mexican to me. I forgot about that.
No, true, that did happen, but I mean, well, Charlie Borowski says it happened. Do we know that it happened? Let's be real, Charlie Borowski was a corrupt cop. So.
No, but that's funny. I actually remember that scene, right? He says that, and then Nero stands up for Ramos. He's like, hey, we've all done dirty shit, Charlie, especially you. What? Nero's like the most fucking, like, down-to-earth guy, and for some reason, he backed Ramos to the hill here.
Does that mean
it doesn't matter how many kids he's got in his basement, Charlie, you're a dirty car. What?
Oh, hold on. I don't think Ramos is a child molester, like. That's not what I got from it.
No, you know, I'll need to rewatch that scene. But he got done for statutory rape. I know that much. So I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I forgot about that. I actually feel like in Sons, Ramos was like, you know, he was a fucking serious guy. I feel like more in Mayans, he was a bit more laid back. Like, yeah, they just killed Medina, man. So
I never liked Charlie Borowski.
No, RoboCop. Anyway, that's a Sons issue.
I always thought RoboCop was a shit movie, to be fair.
It was RoboCop.
Anyway, Ramos got called out by Charlie Borowski for molesting an underage woman. Since that scene, he's basically just been a creepy, dirty Mexican to me. Kanchi, on the other hand, was a solid president whom everyone seemed to respect, minus all the D-bags from Santo Padre, who
could just kill presidents and patch members and say, please, without any consequence. Maybe this is a hot take, but I was actually on Kanchi's side throughout the Civil War and actively rooted for him to take out Santa Padre. When Padrino finally restored order at the very least, he should have taken Easy's cut since he was the one who spotted it when Santa Padre attempted to blow up Kanchi.
Well, Bridget Connor, you've got a friend in me. That's exactly how we felt. Well, that's exactly how I felt. I think you felt the same.
Yep.
Kanchi was not the one. Even when Alvarez turns up, Kanchi's like, we didn't start this, SA. This is not on us. We didn't start this, Marcus.
You know,
and it's true.
See, up until Easy killed Ramos, I think, like, from a moral point of view, I think whatever side you were on, they were pretty much even. But once he kills Ramos, Santa Padre are the bad guys for me.
Aye. Because we hear about it all the time, the weight of killing a president.
I know it.
Even, what's your man in season 3 called again? Sons?
McGee?
No, Calafaris.
You can't kill me, Salazar?
Salazar? You can't kill me, I'm a patch president. Then Clay's like, I don't recognize your bullshit MC, but...
Maybe they didn't recognize Stockton.
No, but it's kind of crazy, because Salazar felt that he had the power. He felt that his president patch meant that Sons, the Muller Charter, Sons of Anarchy, like, couldn't kill him. So, if that's how he felt, surely Ramos, being a king, killing him should have pretty much been unthinkable.
Should have been, but...
Yet Santo Padre done it and got away with it, so... No, I agree. I thought Kanchi was... And the sad thing is, it's like... I genuinely believe by the time Easy kills Kanchi was letting that go.
Yep, he was. Obviously still a bit of beef.
I don't think he was going to forgive Easy. He was never going to be friends with Easy, but I think he was willing to put it behind him for the good of the club. But then, of course...
Kanchi caught you slipping, buddy.
Jeff's Ski said, Ibarra... all day, Alice Perte, Godfather, Part 3, pimp pushing player, couldn't be me, and my man Guerrero got our revenge on that bitch Diaz, the same way Easy caught Kanchi slipping in the Suns San Bernardino church. Alright.
A lot of love for Ibarra there.
I don't really get the Ibarra love, but whatever. Temp said Ibarra because he knew when it was wrong and he knew when it was right. The Three Kings were being greedy, to be honest. What exactly was Santo Padre getting out of the double product they were asking for in Season 3? Well, I mean, first of all, I believe all the other charters were being basically starved. And it was Santo Padre that started this shit. They're the ones that took out the Fatos, and that's what led to this whole deal falling apart. So, Santo Padre basically couldn't put their pride aside. You can blame Taza, but still Santa Padre put...
No, you can really blame Taza.
Santa Padre favoured retaliation over doing the right thing for the entire organisation. So that's basically what happened here.
Yeah. You know what? It would make a bit of sense if like they actually cared about their fellow brothers, but like you let Riz's death make you go on a warpath against like every other charter apart from your own, which for me contradicts itself.
Yeah, I just didn't really get it, but whatever. Hurricane Paro says, Ramos hands down, the rest are nobodies. I have a lot to talk about Fog now that I'm free from jail since July. Oh man, good to see they go out. The Matrix damaged my phone battery that led to cut the internet from my old phone because E10 of Mine's MC started. Time for a huge mega rant on this show, and that racist fuck egghead James.
Elgin James.
Is Elgin James a racist?
I don't know, but good you're out of jail, big man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's a racist. I'm not saying he's not, like, I just don't have any proof of that.
I think there is a lot of white hate. And also there's barely any black characters on the show.
I did point that out. I did point that out. The lack of black characters on Mine's MC is pretty insane. And also, I think you can notice the racial tones that he brings in. As soon as Kurt Sutter... I mean, look, I thought the Season 2 intro was a downgrade on the Season 1 intro, but as soon as Kurt Sutter's gone, he brings in that whole black and white, like, no whites allowed. No, showing, like, white people being racist. Like, that just felt, like, so unnecessary.
No, it did. It really did.
It's almost like you just couldn't wait to paint white
no, but it felt so out of place. It's no reason.
What did that have in relevance to Season 3?
Nothing. Just a fucking intro.
And he kept it for the next 2 seasons?
Honestly.
He didn't change it up?
Come on, man.
No, let's have the race baiting trailer for the next...
Michael Fulgari says, actually, along with Easy, they all suck.
I like Kanchi, but I mean, that's what it is. Cult of Indecision said UFC ref on it, fair enough.
Ibarra's glory moustache alone gives him the nod, says Black Sunday.
Oh, James Toner. This could be a long one. Oh, god damn it is.
I love a long comment. Not too long.
Tough question. Diaz seemed like a capable president. Shouldn't Handlebar have been promoted to president? Canche was an asshole. Ramos was okay. Ibarra was cool. Canche and Ramos both killed by Easy. Ibarra gets killed by Diaz. Diaz gets killed by Guerrero, Ibarra's kid. Sadly, Marcos Alvarez is the only survivor. He's probably the only OG Mayan who's left. I don't think the Mayans will be a stronger force now. If SOA and Mayans are still at war with each other after the series finale of Mayans MC, SOA could easily dissolve them as a club entirely after all sons outnumber the Mayans. Had S.A. Alvarez been alive and hadn't been killed, he would have been a good president of Santa Padre if Bishop wasn't president. But still, a member of Santa Padre, would Isaiah have fucked it up, or would he have matured into a man and held the charter together, or would he need his dad's help if something went wrong?
I don't think he would ask his dad for help, considering what.
The last time he asked his dad for help, he got a fucking pitchfork into the back of his head. So
a big fork, amigo. But yeah, brutal. I love the fact after 15 years, Isaiah Alvarez is getting fucking name dropped.
S.A. Alvarez, Isaiah,
the main man.
When you think about it, he only got like a couple of scenes.
You know what? I actually like the fact though in Mayans they brought it up. You've got that universe, may as well talk about it, and they did. Like when you had Manny and the Reyes brothers talking about it. I could never let them do that to my flesh and blood. Funny though, because Angel actually had to kill Easy in the end after acting Billy Big Bull. Said I'd never do that.
But
I actually like stuff like that though.
So I know, I get what you're saying, but like, isn't this proof why Alvarez was the man? Because like I says to you, when it came to the whole Wolverine thing, the club is supposed to... The club's supposed to be... You're supposed to put club before family.
Yep.
And that's what Alvarez done.
I guess you could say, though, putting your son who's involved in the club is easier than putting your wife and kid who's like 8. Like, would Alvarez have let his wife and his fucking kids die? Like, his actual, like, you know, little kids die?
Oh, so as soon as you turn into a man, you're not a child? I don't think that's how it fucking works.
I think it is a bit different, though. But do you think he would have let Happy put a pitchfork in fucking his kids? Or like,
well, they didn't do anything, though, come on.
Well, say they did. Say the pancake mixture was like too fucking buttery or something. Happy fucking... Like,
you're taking the piss here, come on.
You know what I mean?
We got Alvarez... I think Alvarez done the right thing. Sacrificed his son.
Fair enough, right. Clone Wolf. There was no reason Ibarra have to get his patches stripped. He was on Mayan side before he joined Santa Padre's side. Yeah, but that's why he got them stripped, though, because he joined Santa Padre's side.
There was no reason Ibarra have to get his patches stripped. He was on Mayan's side before he joins... What do you mean he was on Mayan's side? Santa Padre is Mayans.
I think he means like he was on...
The other Mayans?
Yeah, but then he quickly joined... But that's why he got them stripped, because he fucking sided with the wrong horse.
And he tried to undercut them and go behind their back and dethrone them, so...
Yep.
I think he deserved to get his cut taken off him.
Fuck your trespasses and fuck your loyalties.
Fuck your king. Jazz says Canche and Ramos killed Easy Reyes, Ibarra killed Diaz, Diaz killed Baguero, Ibarra... Pretty sure it's like almost copy and paste from a previous comment.
Pretty much, is it?
Typically, Johnny says Ibarra because despite Canche's orders, he decided to organise the H with the help of their SoCal brothers to keep their brothers behind bars alive. I mean, is that... But, you know what? Canche and Ramos also brought up the brothers inside. So it's not like... You can't really say Santo Padre and Ibarra were thinking of the brothers in prison and that Canche and Ramos were, like, being greedy and selfish. That's not the case.
Yeah, but like we can't talk about like, you know, Easy caring so much about the brothers inside, but then he's like dropping fucking presidents while he's at it. That's hypocritical.
Santo Padre didn't do it to help any brothers. They did it to try and... They did it because they thought that would get Ibarra. It would get Ibarra on side and it would get them more leverage and it would promote Bishop to king. Yeah, they didn't do it to help brothers inside. Let's be real here.
Come on, man.
Apex M5LI said they all died the exact same way, which is kind of true when you think about it.
Bullet to the head.
Bullet to the head. And most of them was either like a surprise shot or from behind.
Every single one was a surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, alright, Canche's was like facing, but everyone else like was behind, I guess.
Well, it still was a surprise.
AC says, this one's a hard question. I picked Canche because he's the most floor plot in the show, but Ibarra's cool as hell because he's a UFC ref in real life. see this whole he's a UFC ref in real life. That's all cool and all.
I just don't see what relevance that has to what he did in the show.
You know, Wood is a radio star, and Felipe dropped him. No one we didn't put Wood as the best character in season 5 because he's on the radio.
Felipe killed the radio star. How about that?
Pictures came and broke our hearts.
Kind of why I picked Kanchi too, even though I liked Ibarra better. Mine's kind of had a problem with underdeveloped characters. Kanchi got way more development than Ibarra did. I just don't think... Was it really worth it the way they killed Kanchi? And I think more should have came for Kanchi's death. And they did tease it. They teased it at the end of season 4, and you thought, oh, look, there's going to be some mines there.
Everyone that had a problem with it, though, died.
They got took out by the Suns.
And Otero, I guess, was Otero was left in a situation, though, where he couldn't really do anything about it because Santa Padre were like the Kings at the end.
Yeah, and everyone that he was speaking to about it got killed.
But that's why it's
Dondo, Manny, and the other guy, I can't remember.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like they kind of knew that they thought there was more to it, and they believed that possibly that Santo Padre had took Kanchi out, but we never got any sort of retaliation. And I guess they were wanting to focus on...
Like, I know so much heat's already on Easy's door, right? He had Creeper killed, but I would have liked this to have come out as well.
Definitely. And you see, you think about it, is this not an asshole move from Easy? Like, they've had the whole Civil War. They're going to war with the Suns, and he's taking out Kanchi, doing something that could perhaps totally backfire and fuck the entire charter. See for a smart guy, he makes a lot of dumb decisions.
Yep.
Was he putting the Mayans first by killing Kanchi? Was he putting the Mayans first by over fucking ruling Alvarez and kicking him at the club?
Of course he wasn't, man. Ezekiel Reyes, what you doing? User says, Gabata Kuna, that's Russian.
Ukrainian?
Or Ukrainian.
Russian, something like that. Eastern European, brother.
They're kind of at war, so we're not really going to get them both mixed up. But Miguel Mayica says Kanchi was the best president. He was smart, loyal, and had the club's best interest. Boom.
Tell you what, there's a lot of Kanchi love in the comments, but not in the polls.
Yep. Despite the beef with Easy, Kanchi was a down brother. He had the best intentions for the club.
Agree with Kanchi wasn't president. He was one of the three kings.
Yeah, he was president, alright?
Yeah, he was president. Yeah, you can hardly be one of the kings without being president, can you?
Oh, no.
You think they let prospects be... Hey, prospect, you're promoted to one of the kings, brother. You know, come on. He was most certainly presidente of Yuma chapter. I mean, he was, yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Had a bit of a howler here, Dan, and Famous Don. I mean, you've had a wee bit of an error there. Unplugged, I agree, he had his reasons. Justin Pegg said, Kanchi is cute. I never liked Ramos and Diaz. What the fuck was he doing during all the Suns seasons?
Yeah, like, Diaz is supposed to be there since day one, but he's not in Suns. I get it. Elgin James made him up, not on Suter's fault. Like, but stuff like that does kind of annoy me to a degree. It would be like,
I know, but hold on. I don't think that's fair. We can't say to Elgin James, you're not allowed to create any new Mayan characters because people's going to ask the questions, why weren't they in Suns? That's harsh.
No.
If that's the case, why is Kanchi in this? You can say the same thing about Kanchi. Kanchi shouldn't be in this. Bishop? Why is Bishop in it? We've never seen Bishop in Suns.
There's a difference, my friend.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is. Because Kanchi's different charter. Diaz has been Oakland since day one. How many times did Oakland appear in Suns? That's my point.
How do we know he was Oakland and he didn't? How do we know?
We don't know for sure.
No, but listen, it's very No, let's correct. If he was first too, I think it's fair to say there's a very good chance he was Presidente. Now, he wasn't going to be Presidente of Oakland while Alvarez was there. So maybe when they created a second charter, maybe Diaz went to be the president of that charter.
And the only reason saying Piney went to be president of our charter, though. Because he was co-founding member.
Piney didn't want to be. He was keeping that seat for Jax.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What, in 1967 was he keeping the seat for Jax?
I think so. I
fucking wise up.
You knew Jax wasn't. No, so you don't think it's possible Diaz went to a different charter?
Of course he could have.
And he only went back to Oakland when Alvarez stepped down.
I'm not saying Elgin James fucked up by doing this, but you know, it is a valid question for me.
How? All right, Jinx then. Fuck, is he not allowed to be in it? Because
no, but he's not first too.
So only people...
We know for a fact that Diaz has been around in Oakland since the 80s. So that's my point.
Do you think Ramos and Kanchi are just like newbies? Do you think they're just guys that have just lucked into it?
No, but...
6-month veterans? I mean, come on.
They weren't in Oakland, though.
That's not the point.
That is the point, for fuck's sake, man.
But you can move. Fucking Happy's moved around charters.
Yeah, point is that they're putting us... That would be like, right... Happy appearing in the Mayans, and he's got this other guy who's there. It's like, this guy's been Sam Crow since 1993, but we haven't seen him in the actual Suns show. What?
I'm just saying, how do we not know that during the Sons of Anarchy, Diaz wasn't like president of Yuma or something like that?
Yeah, because probably Kanchi was, that's why.
Was Kanchi a bit younger?
Suns wasn't that long ago, it was 15 years ago.
Well, Diaz says to Alvarez, yeah, we're too old for this shit, let the young guys do it. And then Kanchi goes with him.
Yeah, but because Diaz and Alvarez are like 60s. Kanchi's probably like mid-40s.
So you think it's a massive error?
When I say it's a massive error, I'm just saying, like, I would like a bit of continuity that way.
Well, alright, fair enough. I'm going to have to disagree with you, but it's too late to be arguing. It's 2 a.m, so...
Fair enough. Right, anyway, all 4 died from a surprise gunshot to the head.
JB, funny how that played out. Some killer, all killed by a fellow Mayan. Oh, we just said that. JB, the whole series seemed to be them trying to kill it. Yeah, like, I mean, Quinn said it best. I think Quinn said it best.
Yep.
You guys kill each other
more than
we kill you. David Gomez said, sadly, Alvarez was the last founder of the Mayans MC. His friends Diaz and co-founders are all dead. His friends... I mean, I think him and Diaz were the co-founders. There could only be one founder or one set of co-founders. It doesn't matter if you join on the second day when something's... You're not a founder. So, I think it's fair to say that Diaz and Alvarez were the only founders of the club.
Yep.
That's what we found out in Season 5.
And there's 6 replies to Davy Gomez. Let's see what they are. Boom. Apex says, basically everyone he knows in the club is dead. Yeah, Bishop and Hank are dead.
Hold on. Why are Bishop and Hank getting a special mention out of everybody? Like,
because maybe they're old enough to be maybe potential co-founders.
I know someone did say up in like a previous comment that if Suns and Mayans went to war now, Suns would win easily, and there's not many Mayans left.
Well, there's not. Obviously, they could just pluck some out of thin air, like
make some up.
Like Santa Padre's done.
Yeah, Santa
Angel's
Padre's
out. Taz is like the only guy left.
Oakland's run the room with no prez or VP.
It's a goddamn mess.
The Muller charter's fucked, really.
David Gobet says, yep, all of them slaughtered by the ATF. There's no way someone will survive like that. Taz is lucky as a Nomad member. Yeah, true, he's the only survivor, other than Angel.
Taz is a little bitch. He started all this. Everyone's dead and he's still alive.
I know, come on, Taz, what's that about?
Guess they had to let the gay guy live, don't they? Gay lives matter. David Gomez, indeed, I wonder if the next spin-off we see Tazza come back as new let's hope not. Tazza's the new president. Tazza's like 68. Like, that'll be dead soon.
Yeah, he will be, man, but there's no more spin-offs. They botched Mayans so badly. I can believe that.
David Gomez said, right, they rushed so fast, Elgin James must be bored of his mind. I don't get what's the point with Emily Galindo paranoia on the grocery shopping store on a second-half visit. The show went so fast, like what happened to the Samoan Street Gangs and Swole Boys MC? So many missed opportunities. Either way, the show is over, it's done. I'm beginning to wonder if people are just like, if it's like a comedy thing with the Swole Boys. Because
it's the first time I've seen the Samoans mentioned.
I have no interest in the Swole Boys. I know a lot of people wanted Swole Boys to come back. A lot of people wanted Swole Boys to like patch in with the Suns or get their own spin-off. For me, the Swole Boys were a shit biker gang, and I had no interest in seeing them again.
Yeah, pretty much.
But everyone seems to love them.
Everyone seems to love them apart from Fog Entertainment, the main Mayan channel.
Jabran Ali said, so these were the original Mayans. I mean, not quite. I wouldn't say they were the original Mayans, but they were probably the 4... I'm not going to say Ibarra was one of the most important presidents, but
in terms of the
show, overall, yes. He's probably... I'd say there's probably more important presidents than Ibarra, but in terms of presidents in this show, I would say these were the 4 that were the most heavily featured outside of Santo Padre.
Yeah, Keno says Diaz alongside Alvarez front the Mayans MC. And then the final comment, Diaz, thumbs up. We a reply or there's a reply.
Alternativo.
I think Ramos was the best. So there you have it. Keno has spoken, but Ramos was last.
Yeah, Ramos last, Canche, Diaz, and then Ibarra, 61% of the vote. I don't quite get it. I don't quite understand it, but you know what? He's a UFC referee, so I guess that wins him the poll. That's it, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, Beanfog Entertainment. Thanks for watching, and peace.